Hello and welcome to Just Feed Chat, the Christmas special. Now, if you are looking for delicious desserts and you're vegan, vegetarian, or plant based, you can forget about Delia, you can forget about Nigella, but look no further than Danielle Maupertuis. Now, we're really lucky because Danielle's coming on the show today to share three of her recipes from her new book. So, without further ado, let me introduce you to Danielle Maupertuis.
Hello, my name is Danielle Maupertuis. I'm a vegan pastry chef. Christmas is coming soon, but shopping might be difficult this year. So why not try to make your Christmas desserts yourself? I will show you how to make some gorgeous Christmas desserts, easy and yummy. I will present you a chocolate brownie boot, a chocolate lock, and a red berries Christmas cheesecake. These desserts are part of my cookbook, Vegans Deserve Better Than a Fruit Salad, just released a few days ago, available on Olympia Publishers and Amazon. So let's start with this funny chocolate brownie boot. So let's start with the brownie mix. I have here 315 grams of gluten-free plain flour. This is the one I'm using. I'm gonna add 300 grams of golden castor sugar. I'm gonna add 60 grams of unsweetened cocoa powder. Now, because we're working gluten-free, to be on the safe side, I'm gonna add quarter of a teaspoon of xanthan gum. This will bind all the elements together. To make it a little bit lighter, I'm gonna add half a teaspoon of baking soda and half a teaspoon of baking powder. You know, a brownie can be and chewy and light. Now, another ingredient is 250 grams of ripe bananas that I crushed. This will bind all the elements together as well and replace the eggs in the classical recipe. Now, the wet ingredients, 115 grams of rapeseed oil. I quite like the rapeseed oil because it has a neutral taste. And I'm gonna add 115 grams of milk alternative. You know, you have many choices and many different brands. I'm used to this coconut milk, again, because the taste is very light and neutral. You can add almond, you can add rice, you can add soya, whatever you want. Now, before we go any further, let's turn on the oven, 190 degrees, gas mark 5. And so here, in the mixing bowl, with the paddle attachment, we're just going to mix all the ingredients together. So our brownie mix is ready, no remaining lumps, and we're just going to transfer on a baking tray. So this is my tray, bakewell paper to make sure it sticks perfectly, a little bit of oil. Just like this. And a little tip, just cut the angles to make sure that the paper fits perfectly to the shape of the baking tray, and then you just transfer your brownie mix on your baking tray like this. This, by the way, is a fantastic little tool. We call it a Mary's because you see, it takes all your mix from your mixing bowl, no wastage. So if you don't have, you can put it on your Christmas list. My bowl is empty, and I'm just gonna spread it now with my spatula evenly, like this. So this is my sponge. Another little tip, this is the shape of my Christmas boot that I cut out of a cardboard. Believe me, I'm a very bad drawer, so if I can do it, for sure you can do it. So this might be enough. So to avoid any wastage, I'm just gonna put a few rings just to keep the shape. You can put anything else as long as it resists to the heat. And I'm gonna bake 190 degrees for 20-25 minutes. So this is my brownie sponge ready. I transferred for at least 1 hour in the freezer because it's gonna be much easier to cut. So I put my cardboard, and I'm just gonna follow the shape like this. So this is my Christmas boot. I'm gonna remove the trimmings, but I'm gonna keep them because I can, for instance, mix them with chocolate, roll into little balls, and in dry fruits or coconut, and this can be my Christmas petit four. So I have here some red marzipan I'm gonna cover the booth with. So I'm just gonna roll it out. I colored in red with some vegan friendly colors you can find on Amazon. Try to use powder rather than liquids because the liquids might affect the consistency of your cream, your marzipan, whatever. Marzipan is a very nice decoration for us. It's basically almonds, a little bit of water, lemon juice, eventually rose water. You can buy them ready, but of course, you always check the label. So I'm going to roll it out till 1 or 2, let's say 2 millimeters thick. So my marzipan is ready. I'm going to cut the top like this. This I don't need. Roll it carefully over my roller pin and bring on top of my boot. Et voilà. So, give the shape. All around. I just follow, the shape of the boot. here, you see, I press a little bit, although I don't want it to break. Same here. If I'm a little bit perfectionist, I'm just give a last roll like this. And I cut all around, following the shape, easy. So, I don't know if you ever saw Father Christmas boots, but they always have kind of, how could I put it, nice and elegant final touch. So, I'm just going to roll out some white marzipan and add to the boots. Again, 1-2 millimeters thick. I'm gonna cut a rectangle like this. Yeah. I'm gonna fold it. Take, voila, this little part. I hope you can see because I'm left-handed. Yes, so I want it equal, yeah, like this. And I'm gonna just put on the top of my red marzipan. So, and last but not least, I'm gonna put a little touch on this heel, like this. You see this little, it's too big. This little detail will make the difference. You see? That's it. And now, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for decoration. So now it's your turn to be creative. So I have here some marzipan little gifts. I have here some little trees I made with icing sugar and aquafaba, vegan meringue, chocolate decoration for Christmas. I have here these little chocolate balls I told you about before. And to give some volume, these are cinnamon sticks. Now you can use whatever you like, of course. Well, and so we can add all these little decorations random, like this. Some little meringue dots. One here. One here. Some cinnamon. Oh, I'm going to change. I'm going to put it here. Yeah, and I'm going to put the meringue over here. You just follow your fantasy, really. I can put some meringue here. And then my chocolate decoration. This is really up to you. I really do enjoy doing this. And this is our Christmas chocolate boot. Voila, I hope you did enjoy. The next one will be a fantastic chocolate lock, and trust me, this will be the centerpiece of your Christmas party. Hello again. My name is still Danielle Maupertuis, and I'm still a vegan pastry chef. So today I will show you how to make this gorgeous Christmas chocolate log. This recipe is part of my cookbook, Vegans Deserve Better Than a Fruit Salad, available on Amazon and shortly in the bookshops. I remind you that all the desserts I present are vegan and gluten-free, and also very important, they are all freezable, so you just have to decorate them on the day because nobody should spend the whole day in the kitchen while having a Christmas party. So, two simple elements for this recipe, a chocolate sponge and a chocolate mousse. Let's start with the chocolate sponge. But first of all, as usual, we preheat the oven 190 degrees, gas mark 5. Nothing easier than this recipe. You don't even need a machine. You just use a bowl and you whisk all the ingredients together until all the lumps have disappeared. So I have here 65 grams of self-raising gluten-free flour. To be on the safe side, quarter of a teaspoon of xanthan gum. If you still want it a little bit lighter, you can go for half a teaspoon of baking powder, like this. 75 grams of golden castor sugar. 10 grams of unsweetened cocoa powder. And for the wet ingredients, I have here 25 grams of rapeseed oil and 75 grams of water, so giving me a total of 100 grams. And I just give it a whisk. So my sponge is ready. I'm going to transfer to a baking tray, but a little tip, if you don't have a baking tray, you can just use a normal baking tray like this. It works perfectly well because you don't have to invest loads of money in equipment. So I empty my bowl. I told you before about this fantastic little tool because it really allows you to empty your bowl perfectly, no wastage. And I'm just gonna spread it with a spatula. It's quite thin, but this is on purpose. And I'm gonna bake at 190 degrees for about 15 minutes. So while the chocolate sponge is baking, let's go for the chocolate mousse. Same story, very easy. We're gonna put all the ingredients in a food processor, starting with the chocolate, 220 grams of dark chocolate. We're gonna melt in the microwave, 15 seconds at a time. You should never exceed 45 degrees because if your chocolate is burned, there is nothing you can do about it. So my chocolate is melted. You see how shiny? Yeah. So in my bowl here, I'm gonna put all the ingredients. 1 ripe crushed avocado. Again, I do apologize because I'm left-handed, but I'm sure you see what's going on. Yeah. I'm gonna add 6 tablespoons of thick coconut milk, which is here. 1, 2, 3. Another chef's tip, you should always have in your fridge a coconut milk can, so the next day when you open, you will see a thick and solid part of the coconut coming up, leaving quite a clear liquid at the bottom, and you're just going to scoop the top out and put in your recipe. This is what we call a thick coconut milk. A sweetener, I have here 8 tablespoons of maple syrup. If you are on a budget, you can use golden syrup. This is up to you. Golden syrup is gluten-free as well. And then I'm going to add some plant-based cream, 30 grams. This is the one I used. You also have oat cream and soya cream, whatever. I'm going to add it to my chocolate. Why am I doing this? Because I don't want a too big contrast between my cold ingredients in my bowl and my chocolate, which is warm. It's just a precaution. So I'm going to mix this roughly, and I'm going to add to the rest of the ingredients. Chocolate is getting hard very quickly in winter. If this happens, I have another tip I will show you. So we're going to mix all these ingredients together now. You see, nice and smooth. I'm just going to transfer to a bowl. So this is my chocolate mousse. It's winter, it's cold, it's already a little bit hard, but don't worry, we're going to sort this out later. As I said, I'm not going to make a chocolate mousse. I'm going to make a light chocolate mousse, because all desserts should always be light. So I'm going to add some vegan meringue, which you know is called aquafaba, chickpea water. But recently they launched this ready aquafaba called Ox. It's available in the supermarkets, so why not give it a try? I will discover with you, because it's my first time. So I'm going to whisk 60 grams until I reach stiff peaks. Let's give a start. So we're going to start to build up the log. So the mold, some bakewell paper, it will be easier to unmold. My chocolate sponge, I cut in through 3 layers, because I'm going to alternate chocolate sponge, chocolate mousse. And my chocolate mousse, I'm going to reheat a few seconds in the microwave. So you see my chocolate mousse has the right consistency now, slightly runny. And I'm just going to delicately fold in, not whisk, fold in my aquafaba. So I'm going to start with the chocolate mousse at the bottom. You see how light. By the way, if you wish, you can also add a special flavor in your chocolate mousse, hazelnut paste, coffee, whiskey, maybe because it's Christmas. Spread it with the spatula like this. Try to have an equal level, and I'm just gonna put the first layer of the sponge on the top, and I'm gonna go on like this 3 times, finishing with a chocolate sponge. So I put my last layer like this, and I transfer to the freezer for 2 hours at least. So now time for a decoration. First of all, we're gonna try to give this wood effect. This is very easy. We're just using a fork in hot water, so the chocolate mousse doesn't stick to the fork like this. If you want it deeper, you pass again. So now it's time to play with our little surprises. We start with the snow. This is, of course, desiccated coconut. Like this, you decide it's if it's heavy snowing or not. And then we just play with our little decorations, a meringue, a little Christmas tree. This I made specially for the log. This is a Christmas bauble marzipan that you just roll in castle sugar. A little gift. Voila, this is my Christmas log. I hope you did enjoy, and I will see you next time. Hello again. My next Christmas dessert will be this colorful berries cheesecake. We will give it a Christmas touch with these little holy leaves. And I remind you, all the desserts are vegan and gluten-free and freezable. So on the day, you just have to decorate with the fresh fruits. This recipe is part of my cookbook, Vegans Deserve Better Than a Fruit Salad, available on my website, www.freefromdesserts.com or Amazon. So let's crack on. We start with the cheesecake base. I have here 240 grams of ground vegan digestive biscuits. I crushed them in the food processor, and I'm gonna add 120 grams of vegan spread that I'm gonna melt a few seconds in the microwave. So I'm gonna pour the melted vegan spread in a mixing bowl. If you wish, you can add some spices. Because of Christmas, I'm gonna add a pinch of star anise. And with the paddle attachment, I'm gonna mix until both ingredients are evenly combined. So my mix is ready, and I'm gonna transfer to a spring form. To be on the safe side, put a bakewell paper on the bottom. It will be easier to unmold. So if possible, try to use a spring form with a removable bottom. It's easy to unmold. So I spread the cheesecake base at the bottom, and I'm gonna press evenly with a spoon like this. So my cheesecake base is ready. I'm gonna allow the vegan spread to harden and put about 10-15 minutes in the fridge. So in the meantime, we're gonna prepare our cheesecake mix. First, the flavor. Because of Christmas, we can propose a pomegranate juice. You can also choose a cranberry juice, whatever you wish. We're going to use a thickener, and the vegan substitute for gelatin is this agar-agar that you can find now in the supermarkets. The powder version is the easiest to work with. Two things you have to know about agar-agar. Well, I'm going to use my big container. Is one, you have to dissolve it in a liquid. You cannot just sprinkle it over your cream. And secondly, you have to bring it to the boil. So I added here 3 teaspoons of agar-agar for 400 milliliters of juice. So while I'm stirring this agar-agar and pomegranate juice, I'm going to warm up some cream, 300 grams. This is the cream I used. If you prefer, you can go for oat cream or soya cream. This will give me a silky texture, and I'm going to sweeten with some golden granulated sugar. I don't need caster sugar for the moment because I'm gonna melt it anyway, and granulated sugar is cheap. So the pomegranate juice is boiling. I'm gonna reduce the heat. I'm gonna add my cream. Why did I warm the cream up? Just because it's quicker. And I'm gonna reduce till about half of the quantity. By reducing, this will develop and concentrate the pomegranate flavor. If you wish, you can add some red vegan-friendly coloring. I told you you can find on Amazon. So back to our mixing bowl. I'm going to pour 900 grams of cream cheese alternative. Many options now in the supermarkets. You have, for instance, this Violife. You also have the supermarkets presenting their own brands now. It's cheaper, and it gives the same results. So I fix the paddle attachment. My mix has reduced here, and I'm gonna slowly add to the cream cheese alternative. Put a protection, it will be wiser. And I'm gonna mix this slowly, like this. My mix is ready. Let me give it quickly a final whisk to make sure we don't have any remaining lumps. And I'm gonna transfer this into my cheesecake mold, like this, and leave it in the freezer to set for at least 2 hours. Abracadabra, my cheesecake is ready. Now I'm just gonna decorate with some berries on the top. This is really up to your fantasy. So why not try a few pomegranates now? Some raspberries. So now I'm going for some blueberries. Why not? I like colors, but if you want to stick on red berries, this is really up to you. And final touch. This is my berry cheesecake. So last but not least, we're gonna give our Christmas touch by preparing some holy leaves in what we call a twill mix. Now, first of all, very easy. Trust me. We're gonna make a template. So you just choose your cutter, a holy leaf, or you can also use a Christmas tree. I'm gonna cut it a little bit smaller to fit the size of my cheesecake, and that's it. Very easy recipe for my twill mix. I have here 25 grams of softened vegan spread. I'm gonna add 25 grams of icing sugar, 35 grams of plain gluten-free flour, and our oats we used in the previous recipe, which is this ready aquafaba. I'm going to add 30 grams and just give it a stir. So ready to use. As you see, as usual, no remaining lumps. So I'm just gonna shape these little leaf on my mat. Let's say, you see, 14 leaves to be on the safe side, and I'm gonna bake 190 degrees for a couple of minutes. So ready to bake. I'm just gonna put some weights to make sure the mat remains flat. Some are ready. Let's take them out straight away. Cute, huh? This one is ready as well. Oops, oh, I lost a piece, no problem. I have some spare. This one. And for the color, I'm just gonna leave the remaining ones 30 more seconds. Voila. And then the final Christmas touch, my little mini marzipan balls that I'm gonna stick with a little bit of, for instance, cream cheese here. If you are not familiar with these piping back, you can use the edge of a knife, no problem. Voila. You just have to stick them on the side of the cake, like this. Et voila, this is my Christmas berries cheesecake. Don't forget, vegan desserts are easy to make, taste yummy, look fantastic. Merry Christmas.
Okay, that's all for this year, for 2020, for series 2 of Just Be Chat. Thank you so much to Danielle for coming on the show and sharing 3 of her recipes. Make sure you check her book out. In the meantime, have an amazing Christmas. We'll see you in 2021 for series 3 of Just Be Chat, and also for our live show in London in July. See you then.